In 1987, communication theorist Dennis McQuail suggested there are four main reasons why people use media. For personal identity, to gain your own behaviour and personality. Personal relationship, as a basis for social conversations. Surveillance, to find out information about something. And escapism, for entertainment and to get away from normality. Personal identity is portrayed on the show by the use of local advertisements, telling listeners where to shop, buy cars, home furniture, etc. This allows businesses to advertise their produce and attract a larger local audience. Personal relationships between the presenters who engage in the social interaction. They talk about anything around new music, news updates, public stories, and then discuss vox pops and interviews. This is how they relate to their audience and get their audience to ring in. Hallam keeps its listenership up to date with quarterly hour news updates. There are also surveillance on Hallam's website to keeping readers up to date with the local news. Big John at Breakfast shows elements of escapism for its audience, letting them choose what music they listen to, while featuring specialist music hours, like school years. Media is classed into three types based on a level of attention during consumption. Jeremy Tunstall came up with this consumption of media theory in 1983. These consumption theories are primary consumption, where you really concentrate on the media, like when you're watching telly and there's no distractions. The secondary, where you're doing something else, when you're reading a newspaper or on the bus. Or tertiary, which is subliminal or background consumption, like when you pass a billboard advertisement. You might not be fully aware of the advert, but the name and branding will continue to stick in your mind. With these developments in technology, the radio has moved up to primary consumption because of the several ways you can now access radio broadcasts, like over the internet and on TV channels and on-the-go mobile devices. This simulcasting, simultaneous broadcasting, is where you have one use of media streamed over many different platforms. Where one media text is portrayed across many different platforms, it's called technological convergence. The target audience for Hallam FM is both men and women between the ages of 25 to 45. We know this due to the Hallam FM listener profile on the Bauer Media website. They also get 41.2% of the ABC One profile that the station reaches. The music choice on Big John is modern adult contemporary, as this is the most listened to type of music by the age range they are trying to broadcast to. They know at this time in the morning that people of all of the ages that they are reaching are more than likely driving to work, and there is a strong chance that the person or people will be listening to the radio. Therefore, the station will play the music that person or the people will listen to.
Please can I have an oh-so-soft wheat bread sub, packed with delicately sliced succulent ham. Then I'd like the olive scattered, crispy lettuce covered with just a light peppering of peppers. Oh, and whilst you're there, could you also make it light on the calories too? Cheers.
The irresistible Subway low-fat sub. Choose from a range of 6-inch subs, flatbreads or salads with a regular drink. Subway. Eat fresh. Terms and conditions apply. Participation may vary. See in-store for details.
The adverts for Big John are likely to appeal to the audience. There is an advert for Subway on the show. This will appeal to the audience as it is a unisex advert, due to it being non-gender specific. As it is fast food and has many franchises around most cities, it is accessible for people on their lunch break, as well as being appealing to an ABC One profile character, as it is for people with disposable income. Also, it will appeal to the target age, because the age that it will appeal to are more than likely health conscious and willing to try new things that the chain has to offer.
I'm in here. You say it'll go on my record. And Katie said she wouldn't stay with me if I did it again.
Have fun, but know your limits. Be safe this Christmas. Start thinking. Reduce your drinking. Drink alcohol responsibly. This was a message from police in South Yorkshire, West Yorkshire and Homicide.
The advert about drink awareness targets the audience very well, as most of the audience will partake in the consumption of alcoholic beverages, due to the fact that the people they target are above the legal drinking age. Again, it is not gender specific, so there is no exclusion for the audience, and buying alcohol will be from disposable income, so it will appeal to the ABC One listeners. Doing the advert around the holiday times is one of the best times to do it, because most people will be out at Christmas time and maybe purchasing alcohol and drinking it. It also shows that the radio station are very conscious about their listeners and would like to keep their safety in their best interests. To get the listenership and advertise to women on the show, there are many offers available to women. There is currently an offer from Class Health, Spa and Beauty. This offer will appeal to the modern day working woman, as many women like spa days to relax and unwind. So by tempting them with a half price deal, they can also entice them to spend money at the spa. This offer targets ABC One profile listeners, because they are the people who have the disposable income to splash out on things that are not considered necessities. To advertise for men, to boost the amount of listeners, there is a competition to win a set of DIY tools. The company that makes them donates these. This will help the company entice the male viewers to check out the prize, which may tempt them to buy products from them. As these are high-performance power tools, they are expensive, so they appeal to a listener that has a high disposable income. Usually DIY is done by people around the target age too, due to the fact they usually have their own home, and are not too old yet to need help in these situations. One of the latest discussions on the show is about Big John's wife having a baby. The choice of topic here is an excellent one, because there is a good chance that the listeners of the show will have children as well. This will make the topic relatable for the target audience, which means the show is able to set up call-ins from their audience. This will give them a chance to ring in and discuss having children, or in fact help giving advice to Big John. This will help the listener feel as though they are wanted and needed by the radio station. This helps Hallam interact with their audience and maintain a strong listenership. The Big John at Breakfast show utilises the features of having internet on their show, as it has Twitter and Facebook. By having these pages, they can get more of the audience involved, more than they can just by phone calls. They are able to interact with the audience and receive feedback in just minutes. The audience are likely to participate, as most being the age between 25 and 45, will have a smartphone and will be able to do it on the go. By targeting an audience of this age, with a disposable income, they can have a great number of listeners to help input on the show, which is also used as fuel for discussions.